Now, I can tell you, most people do not get the opportunity to do something illegal. That's on a big scale. Reason is, most people live a relatively average, simple life. Their biggest, con in their life is maybe cheating UPS out of some insurance money. Where you tell UPS, oh yeah, the shipment was lost, but in reality it's there. And so they pay you $100 or something. Or you tell Amazon that the shipment never got there and they really got there just 3 days late, but they already refunded you the money, so you figured, nah, they already gave me the money, I don't have to give it back to them. Stuff like that. That's the biggest crime most people do. Most people are not naturally criminals, especially not Jews. But sometimes you have a special case. A special case where somebody gets an opportunity of a lifetime to destroy a lifetime. How? They become successful. When you become successful, you have more opportunities to do more illegal things. More opportunities to test your character. Why? Because most of the illegal stuff is only available if you have something. Somebody needs to want something from you. So, for example, one time I remember there was a person that I knew that came to me and says, listen, my dad is coming here from Peru, and he needs to get some dollars. Can you give him some dollars? I said, yeah, if he gives me, transfer some money to my account, I'll give him dollars. I don't know why he needs me. No, he has cash. He has cash. Can he give you cash and you give him a check? This is a nicer way of saying he wants you to wash his drug money. I said, no, I'm sorry. I don't wash money. I don't wash money. But if I had $5 in my account, guess what? You think this drug dealer is going to come to me? No. Why? Hey, you got $5. I could buy you 10 times over. So, you see, the point is, Rabotai Karim, if you don't have Bitachon, when you have tests like this, you're most likely going to fail. Most likely going to fail. Why? Because they're going to happen. There's opportunities going to come to you. Your company is going to give you an opportunity to get a raise. How? By destroying the name of the guy that's in your chair. And also destroying the guy that's in a chair of somebody they want to. So you tell him, yeah, he's his boyfriend, he's a girlfriend, he's a this, he's a relate. You're the witness. All of a sudden you make up a whole case. Why? So you can get a better position, you can get a raise, and the guy that told you the idea, or the woman that told you the idea, also gets a raise. You destroy 2 lives to, in essence, help your own lives. This happens all the time. What do you think? Is anyone still naive enough to think that all of these stories that get exposed in the news are news? Like when politicians get exposed because their girlfriend on the side, one of 15, says that, oh, he did this to me, he did that to me, I can't believe it, I kept silent for all these years. Like, does anybody actually believe this nonsense? You guys all know this is all fake news, right? If you don't, I'm here to break it to you. It's all fake news. Everybody knew, including their wives. It comes with the field. It comes with the kids. It's the life they live. So how come it's a big deal now? Because now it's public news. Why did it become public news now and it wasn't public news last week or the last 10 years that it was around? Because last week they made everybody happy. This week they made somebody really upset. And that somebody has a lot of power and even a lot more hate. He says, you know what? I'm going to take this guy down. How? I'm going to embarrass him. I'm going to embarrass him. I'm going to destroy him. All the things that are coming out of all these celebrities, all of these politicians, this is all has been information. There's been witnesses to it. Nothing is new. It's just that it's kept a secret as long as you play your role. As long as you continue doing your job. Once you don't do your job, once you go against us, whoever is the one that possesses this information, will destroy you. But not destroy you, we'll kill you. We're not going to kill you. We'll do something worse. We'll embarrass you in public. This is why I'm going to teach you something that's a good policy for life that my wife and I learned years ago by being in the investment business. And people ask me this all the time. When I send them messages or I send them emails, they ask me, can I forward this to somebody? Like they ask me something, and I respond, either by voice note or by email. And I respond to them, and then they respond to me sometime later telling me, oh wow, I love your response. Can I forward this to somebody? Which is normal. Let's say you ask me, what is the, I don't know, what's the point, for example, somebody asked me something yesterday. What's the point of praying if Hashem doesn't change his mind? The Pasuk says in the Torah, Bilam teaches us, Hashem is not a man who changes his mind. So what's the point of me praying for Hashem to fix my life if Hashem already decided on Rosh Hashanah that my life is going to be rotten? What's the point of me praying? So the answer is, just so you know, that praying is not for Hashem to change his mind. He doesn't change his mind. Praying is for you to change. Praying is for you to get closer and closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to elevate your soul, and to rid yourself of the sinful soul, the sinful neshama that you had that deserved the negative decree. To such an extent that now Hashem looks from the Beit Din of Shamayim and he says, wait a minute, what is my son David, why does he have a bad foot? He doesn't deserve a bad foot. Look at this tzaddik, he doesn't deserve a bad foot. He doesn't deserve a bad foot. So the angel said, no, but Hashem, he didn't do anything. Look at his neshama. His neshama is perfect. Yeah, but what about the other neshama? They deserve it, but that's a different neshama. That was before he prayed. So the point of praying is to change us, not to change Hashem. If we change us, the decree changes. The decree that didn't deserve to get parnasah, praise, the decree doesn't change. The decree stays the same, but for a different neshama now. Why? Because you're a neshama de Teshuva. So I gave a similar answer with a few other additives to one of my students, and he liked it, and he asked me, can I send this to somebody? Because it's a good answer. And I said, yeah, no problem. But one thing you should know is that I assume that you're going to send it before you asked me. Why? Because when we were in the investment business in the U.S. is the most regulated business in the world. There are parts of it that have almost no regulation whatsoever, which is a strange thing. Like literally there's like a pool of the investment business that's virtually unregulated, which is where all the Ponzi schemes happen. And then there's everything else that's overregulated, where you get compliance manuals rewritten every year from within the company. On top of that, you have several different type of regulators that come to your office every year. And they sit in your office sometimes for days, sometimes for months, sometimes at the same time, and so on and so forth. So, and they look at everything, including your email, including your phone, including your text messages, everything that's communication to the public, they want to review. Why? Maybe you're transferring illegal information, insider information it's called, or maybe there's some type of political agenda, maybe you know something, maybe you're cheating customers, something has to go wrong. Why? How does the regulator get paid? Regulator gets paid by fines. So they have to find something. So if they don't find it from the normal course of business, they'll find it some other way. So we knew early on, Baruch Hashem, my wife is very smart, and she said, listen, when it comes to communication, you have to know, if you don't want the whole world to know it, don't let it leave your mouth. i.e., don't let it leave your computer or your phone. If you don't want the whole, not just this person telling somebody else that you don't want them to tell. No. That's a mistake. If you don't want the whole world to know, because eventually, if it's big enough and worthy enough, the whole world will know. If you don't want the whole world to know what you're thinking, don't say it to anybody. That's the only way. Why? As soon as you send this message, this email, this text message, this voice note, this handwritten letter, this little, secret, tiny little note, as soon as you send it, best assured, it will go out somewhere. It will be known by people, especially the ones you don't want them to know. So we made it a policy, a life policy, that if we don't want the whole world to know what we're saying, then we're just simply not going to say it. We're not going to put it in writing. Simply. That's the policy that we have. Because we know that at some point the regulators are going to come and they're going to look at our emails and they're going to look at our phones and they're going to look at our phone records and they're going to look at everything. And they did. And they looked and they looked and it drove them crazy. Out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of emails, they couldn't find anything. They had to create stuff. Literally, they had to start putting stuff together. They couldn't understand. How could it be? Hundreds of thousands of emails, nothing? Nothing fishy, nothing. Years they looked. Nothing. Baruch Hashem. Not because we believed. Everything was there. Just that's the way the policy was. We continue this policy, Baruch Hashem, to this day. Now, this is a very, very good policy to have in your life because there's someone much more dangerous than the SEC or FINRA or the FBI or Hamas. There's somebody more dangerous than them. Who? HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't need to check your emails. He knows what's in your head. He knows what's in your head. He knows what's in your heart. If you put it, what you're in your head and in your heart in writing, it becomes a sin. If it's in your head, it's no good. It's no good. But he doesn't punish you for it until it goes into writing. Until it becomes Chilul Hashem. So a person should make it a policy. If you don't want somebody to know it, don't say it. If you don't want the whole world to know it, don't write it. Don't write it. Because that's it. It's going to happen at some point. So this helped us a lot in life, not just in a business world, but also in a Teshuva world. In a Teshuva world, it's helped us a lot. Why? Because you have a certain mentality that helps with Lashon Hara, helps with Rechilut, helps with the world. And I know that in Baruch Hashem, in the world that I was in the past, people constantly try to take me down because of jealousy and things of that nature, competition and things of that nature. Not much has actually changed. Today, there's a lot of Reshaim that also try to constantly catch you, say this, say that. Oh, he said this, look, he wrote here, he wrote there, all types of things. That's the way it works. So a person needs to know that there's always going to be a Satan waiting for him around the corner trying to destroy him. So if you have that in your mentality, that's going to help you a lot.